Tonight, the police chief and the officer involved in Sunday's fatal shooting step down as the investigation picks up. Plus, lockdown lifted and arrest made. The latest from Duluth East High School after ammunition was found in a student's locker. And later, a mass vaccination clinic opens in Superior. We'll take you inside.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Welcome to the CBS3 News. Here's a live look at Duluth East High School, which was in lockdown earlier today after a loaded magazine was found in a locker. Tonight, we're learning one student is in police custody following that investigation. CBS3's John Cardinelli will join us live from the high school with the latest in just a few minutes. Good evening. I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. The police officer who shot and killed a black man during a traffic stop in a Minneapolis suburb resigned today. So did the city's chief of police. Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter and police chief Tim Gannon turned in their badges 2 days after the shooting that killed 20-year-old Dante Wright. Potter stopped Wright Sunday on an outstanding warrant. While police were handcuffing Wright, he tried to get back in his car. Gannon has said he believes Potter mistakenly grabbed her gun when she was going for her taser. She can be heard on her body camera video shouting the word taser multiple times. Brooklyn Center's mayor hopes the two resignations are a step toward justice.
I'm hoping that this will help bring some calm to the community. Although, I think ultimately people want justice. They want, full accountability under the law.
Potter was a 26-year veteran of the police force. The Washington County Attorney's Office said they believe they have enough information to charge her as soon as tomorrow. Meanwhile, Governor Tim Walz says law enforcement kept control of more unrest in that area last night. He says the state will not issue another curfew for counties in the Twin Cities area tonight. However, the city of Minneapolis has issued its own curfew, lasting from 10 tonight until 6 tomorrow morning. Governor Walz hopes people are still able to mourn Wright's death in a peaceful way.
I want to acknowledge there is legitimate trauma and anger and anguish amongst the death of a 20-year-old, but there's also a strong desire to make sure that peacefully exercising your First Amendment rights is clearly separated from causing destructions or putting people at risk.
The National Guard was on duty again last night. No word yet if they'll be on the streets of Brooklyn Center again. Derek Chauvin's murder trial took a big turn today with the defense now calling witnesses to the stand. Prosecutors rested their case this morning after 11 days of testimony. Now it's the defense's turn to present its side. Chauvin's lawyer has argued that the now fired officer did what he was trained to do when arresting George Floyd and pinning him to the pavement. He also argues that drug use and health issues caused Floyd's death. It's unclear when exactly closing arguments will start or if Chauvin himself will testify. After recent events of police brutality and attacks on minority communities, some Northlanders say they have waited for change long enough. We'll hear more on their calls for justice in a bit, but first, let's check in with Dave for a quick look at the weather. Dave, some people woke up to some snow today.
Yeah, from Grand Rapids towards Cass Lake, 3 inches fell there. Really just a dusting here in the Twin Ports. So that was the range that we had, and another round of that could come across tonight. This is a live look at Cass Lake, where a lot of that 3 inches of snow has already melted away, but some still lingers on the side of the road. And like I just mentioned, a little more could come in for reinforcements overnight tonight, as our low-pressure system still spins right over the heart of our area. We're seeing mostly snow, but there is a little bit of rain mixed in. And so keep in mind, you could have another bit to deal with come tomorrow morning. Here's a quick look at our short-term forecast, which says the chance for this to happen again tonight is 60%. Low temp should be near 30. Great temperature for the formation of snow and flurries. Then tomorrow afternoon towards 45 degrees, probably changing the flurries more towards shower. And then by Thursday, I think will dry up. I'll talk about for how long coming up in just a couple more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. A 17-year-old Duluth East student is in custody tonight after bringing a loaded magazine to school, prompting a lockdown. CBS3's John Cardinelli joins us from outside Duluth East High School tonight. John, what do we know about this incident so far?
Kristen, the lockdown started here around 11:20 this morning, and we arrived here shortly after that. When we got here, there was about a half a dozen police vehicles. You could see here right now, no current police presence, as we're told. An investigation is ongoing tonight. And the Duluth Police Department tells us that school officials were looking through a student's locker trying to find a vape device when they came across a loaded magazine. Once the loaded magazine with 9mm ammunition was found, the school immediately went into lockdown and Duluth police were called. In total, 14 officers and a school for a firearm. They didn't find one, but they removed the ammunition from the property. Police officers and school officials found the student, who was taken into custody. The lockdown was lifted a couple of hours after it started. Duluth Police Chief Mike Tuscan says they're not planning for an increased police presence at the school in the days to come.
We want to always balance the fact that we want to, of course, keep our kids safe, but we also don't want it to appear as though it's a police state. And that can also drive fear into the hearts of our parents and our students. So there's a balance that we will make sure that we have where our students, our parents, they feel safe, but also be measured as well.
The student is still in police custody at this point, and it's up to the county attorney's office to decide if they'll be charged. As far as punishment within the school system, Duluth School Superintendent John Megas says every situation is different given certain circumstances. Normally, something like this would result in a suspension with a disciplinary hearing. It's unclear at this point what the student's motive was for bringing the magazine to school. And in total, Duluth East was in lockdown for about an hour and a half. And again, an investigation is still ongoing and will continue to give you the details as more develops.
John Cardinale in Duluth for us tonight. Thanks, John. After the CDC and FDA recommended the Johnson & Johnson vaccine be put on hold for distribution, some counties say they don't expect to make any major cancellation to vaccine appointments. In Carlton County, public health nurse Jenny Barta says this will have little to no impact on their operations. She says the county previously received and distributed Johnson & Johnson vaccines, but overall, it was a small amount of those vaccinated by the county. This week, they didn't get any J&J doses.
Carlton County this week did not receive any allocation of the Johnson & Johnson's Janssen COVID-19 vaccine. So this does not affect our current operations for this week or for next week.
Meanwhile, in Douglas County, they received a small shipment of J&J last week and have canceled those upcoming appointments. So has Bayfield County. They plan to get those patients scheduled for a different vaccine shortly. Minnesota's governor says only a fraction of the state's vaccine allotment is made up of the Johnson & Johnson doses. During a press conference today, Governor Walz says 184,000 Minnesotans have received a J&J vaccine. He and Health Commissioner Jan Malcolm are among them. The other 94% of Minnesotans vaccinated got Pfizer or Moderna. Walz assured that a pause on J&J distribution will not impact the state's overall goal of reaching 80% of residents vaccinated. He told people who are hesitant about getting vaccinated to look at the data.
This is an abundance of caution. It's making sure these vaccines are safe. But as it stands right now in this country, your chance of dying from COVID is 1 in 560. Your chance of having this reaction from the vaccine is 1 in a million.
Walz spoke at the site of a new FEMA vaccination clinic at the state fairgrounds. They plan to give out 3,000 doses per day. Right now, they have the Pfizer vaccine. Wisconsin health officials say they were already counting on a lower shipment of Johnson & Johnson vaccines this month. Just 3,000 doses were expected to arrive in the state next week, compared to tens of thousands of both Pfizer and Moderna. Since they already were operating under that model, health leaders aren't worried.
You can see, relatively speaking, Pfizer and Moderna still are our steady state supply. We'll continue to have them and continue to advance our efforts.
The state expects to see more J&J doses in May if federal regulators advise distribution can continue. Starting today, more people in our region will have access to a COVID-19 vaccine. A mass vaccination clinic opened inside the Westman Arena in Superior. It's the first of its kind in northwest Wisconsin. CBS 3's Kendall Jarbo shares how the clinic works and what it could mean for the community.
Where the puck would normally drop at Westman Arena is now home to the 5th mass COVID-19 vaccination clinic in Wisconsin.
We've administered over 3.5 million doses. Over a third of Wisconsinites have now received at least one dose.
State officials say Wisconsin is leading the nation in vaccine distribution. Now, this new clinic in Superior will help keep that trend going.
I am really excited because we are one step closer to beating the virus. We have to do everything we can do to stop the spread. We know the last year has just been filled with so much uncertainty, many times filled with chaos, but I'm proud to say that we are one step closer.
The clinic is open to anyone who lives, works, or studies in Wisconsin.
Every vaccine gets us closer to getting out of the pandemic. We now have widespread availability. You're going to be able to get that appointment.
Right now, the clinic can give 500 doses each day they're open. There are stations to check in, receive the shot, and wait for a few minutes so clinic workers can monitor you.
After you receive your shot, clinic workers will schedule an appointment for your second dose before you head out the door.
To combat the rise in COVID cases and variant concerns, public health officials urge mask wearing, physical distancing, and hand washing even after you're vaccinated.
When you do all these things together and you add vaccination to that mix, that is what is going to stop this spread and stop the virus from changing, allowing vaccination to be effective, and as everybody is saying, get back to life as we would like to see it.
Leaders say hope is on the horizon, and the new vaccine clinic is a step in the right direction.
Clinic hours are 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays. Right now, they're administering the Pfizer vaccine. If you'd like to schedule an appointment, we have a link on our website. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, as more race violence breaks out across the United States, some folks in the Northland are speaking up.
Today's high temp of 35 degrees is 13 degrees cooler than normal. Temperature ranging like that. Yeah, it's cool enough to support the chance for snow. We already got some last night. Another round could come tonight. We'll talk about how much this time around coming up after the break.
You already know that Cary Toyota in Superior is a great place to buy and service your vehicle, but we have a lot more to offer every driver and not just people with Toyotas. We have the Yakima line of products for the adventure seekers, including roof racks, bike and kayak racks, and cargo carriers. We also have running boards, bed steps, and Access brand tonneau covers like I put on my truck. And for those of you who like a clean vehicle, we have professional detailing services and all-weather floor liners from Toyota and WeatherTech. Cary Toyota in Superior, we have something for every driver.
Hey, Dutch boy, show me Mocha Red.
Okay.
Does it have a smooth, durable finish?
Yes, and it's 50% more stain resistant.
Still talking to Dutch boy?
Dutch boy, show me Sleepy Purple.
Okay.
Oh, would you look at that?
That's better.
He'll still help us paint, right?
With Dutch Boy's quality paint and Menards expert service, you can twist off to something great. Right now at Menards, get 11% off everything, including Dutch Boy paint.
Make a smart choice and join us at Black Bear Casino Resort Saturdays in April for Smart Winning. From 6 to 9 p.m., 3 winners will be selected on April 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th for $500 in cash and a smart gift. On our grand prize night, Saturday, April 24th, we will have 24 lucky winners in all, winning $1,000 and a Dyson HP 04 Smart Tower. Earn entry starting Sunday, March 28th, and for more information, visit blackbearcasinoresort.com. Make the Bear your place for smart winning.
One day, and I hope not far from now, friendly handshakes and hugs will return.
I cannot wait to have a potluck with families and friends.
I can't wait to dance on the powwow trails again.
Reconnect with one another.
Get all the kids together.
Go to kindergarten.
For everyone to meet our son, Anthony.
What I'm most looking forward to is performing again. As long as we do our part, I believe we'll get back to that real soon.
Celebrate Eat Downtown Duluth Restaurant Week, April 19th through the 30th, where you'll find chef specialties at participating restaurants. For a list of restaurants and menus, visit downtownduluth.com. Eat Downtown, April 19th through the 30th. Presented by the Greater Downtown Council.
Get a call from a friend to remind you that you're not alone. Then you know deep down inside, it's gonna be alright, alright.
IRS
This can't be good.
You sent my family a bill, but you're mistaken. I filed a flawless return.
Your parents let an 11-year-old file their federal tax return?
2 years ago, they let a 9-year-old do it.
Why are we getting audited?
Are you sure it doesn't say applauded?
If anyone's smart enough to get us out of this, you are. Now let's get in there and show them what we're made of.
I've heard you give that exact same pep talk at football games.
Well, I didn't have a special one prepared.
A new Young Sheldon, Thursday, 8/7 Central, or stream anytime on CBS.
Local news and local weather here on CBS3.
CBS3 weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, over towards Grand Rapids, Cass Lake, they got about 3 inches of snow last night. In the Hibbing-Chisholm area, was a little bit over 1 inch here in the Twin Ports. We got a dusting like this. Here's a picture of my deck. What could we call that, a quarter-inch worth of snow? Well, we may get a repeat here tonight as our low-pressure system continues to spin through the area. But once we get into Thursday, we should change things up for the drier, maybe even the sunnier, but frankly, I don't think much the warmer. Current conditions at the airport in Duluth, a little bit chilly at 33 degrees. The relative humidity is 85%. We have a westerly-southwesterly wind at 7 miles per hour and 29.99 inches of mercury. That's the barometric pressure. It has been creeping up as this low starts to spin towards the east, and in its wake, the air starts to stabilize and cool down as we get a little taste of Canadian air pulling into this system here. All right, current temperatures, 34 degrees from Watersmeet to Ironwood, and we have also 34 to report in Hayward and Solon Springs, just a bit warmer for Superior and LaPointe and Ashland, 36 to 37. In that neck of the woods, up the North Shore, we're looking at low to mid-30s. For East Central Minnesota, low 30s, around 34 degrees. And Iron Range numbers are in the lower 30s as well, but International Falls seems to be the anomaly here with a pleasant-looking reading of 42. Maybe by tomorrow afternoon, we will get back into the 40s here in our region. Maybe by the weekend, 50 or so. So it's going to be a slow warm-up once we start to dry up on Thursday. Not right now, though. There's our low-pressure system, now centered just up the North Shore and in parts of southern St. Louis County. And as it wraps through the area, pulling in rain on the fringes, cooling it down and converting it to lighter snows once it gets to the heart of the circulation. And there's a 60% chance that's going to continue overnight tonight. But by tomorrow, this low-pressure system should migrate enough to the east. The flurries will go away by tomorrow evening. And come Thursday, that high from way off to the west will dry us up. And like I said, slowly clear us up and try to warm us up at least back to normal, but not much more than that. How much more snow for tonight's go around here? I'm thinking less than an inch for most towns. A third of an inch for Ashland, for example, and about a half inch or so towards Grand Rapids. Tonight, Minnesota temperatures will descend into the upper 20s to about 30 or so. 60% chance for another round of mixes. Wisconsin and Michigan get that chance as well with low temps there, 26 to 30. Tomorrow's high, Wisconsin, Michigan, 40 to 46. Cooler by the lake in the UP, warmer down towards Cable and Hayward and Trigo. 30% mixed chance as the low starts to migrate. 30% chance for Minnesotans tomorrow as well. Lakeside high temperatures might be just a little bit warmer by the lake, mid-40s. Well, lower 40s, a little more prevalent farther inland. So shake off the mix, make it go away by Thursday. Yeah, high pressure settles in. Partly sunny for Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday too, but then it gets fairly sunny by Sunday. We'll have 40s Thursday, Friday, 50 by the weekend. Enjoy that while you can, because it will fade away by Monday when we get our next chance for some showers and a high of 45.
All right, thanks, Dave. Enough is enough. After recent events of police brutality and attacks on minority communities, the Duluth Human Rights Commission is calling for change. CBS 3's Emma Quinn spoke with commission members who say that change starts with our community.
The Duluth Human Rights Commission spent Tuesday morning addressing systemic racism against minority communities across the country. Now they're calling on the Duluth community to make change. The commission spoke about Dante Wright's death in Brooklyn Center Sunday, the recent attacks of members of the Asian American Pacific Islanders during the pandemic, and former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin's ongoing murder trial. Human Rights Commission Chair Bettina Kepper says those recent events show there are systemic issues that need to be addressed.
If we choose to not listen to BIPOC folks, sharing their experiences and trusting their truth, we are choosing the side of the oppressor. We are actively allowing a system built on racialized violence to continue to tear apart our communities.
The commission says they are hoping upcoming listening sessions will give the community a place to share their voices in any trauma they've experienced. The listening session will take place Wednesday night via Zoom. They say if it's well attended, they will continue to have them in the future.
Thanks, Emma. And tonight at 10, we'll hear from other commission members on their goals for the listening session tomorrow. We have details on how to participate on our website. Ahead in sports, multiple UMD players sign NHL deals. Kelly spoke with one Hermantown native heading to the show. Coming up next.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Have you been thinking about selling your home? If you've been putting off some of those interior projects, now is the perfect time to start setting goals for yourself before the busy spring selling season. Visit yournorthlandhome.com for a list of ideas on what to organize, clean, or upgrade in order to get the biggest bang for your buck. Ready to sell now? Don't wait till spring. Inventory is still low and homes are selling fast. Call to schedule a private consultation with the JS Realty team.
I'm Dr. Jason Huang, and I'm a vascular surgeon at St. Luke's. I'm a very visual learner, and so if I can simplify it and draw it out for me, then I can do that for a patient and really help translate the what, the how, and the why, and then what they can expect before, during, and after an operation. And I really find an immense amount of satisfaction in being able to help my patients. But we have an entire team here, not just myself, that is completely dedicated to taking care of you and getting you through this.
The world changed in an instant, but at MediaCom, we were ready. And as internet traffic increased, we never slowed down. Schools and businesses went virtual, and we powered a new reality. For more than 20 years, we've been building a future-ready network to keep you ahead of it all. And now, MediaCom will be among the first to take you to 10G. We're making the next giant leap forward in internet technology and taking you further than you can imagine.
Hey Northland, Link RV has just opened a brand new 18,000 square foot service and parts facility to meet all your RV needs. With 12 service bays and our brand new parts showroom, we're sure to have everything you're looking for. Link RV, where reputation is everything.
Want payday to come a little faster?
I get paid 2 days before everyone else. I love getting paid on a Wednesday.
Want to say goodbye to those long check cashing lines?
I can never see myself standing in a line at a bank again.
Get your own NetSpend prepaid MasterCard with direct deposit. Your money loads straight into your NetSpend card. Shop online, pay bills, buy groceries. Use anywhere debit MasterCard is accepted.
I use it every day for every purchase. I use it to pay my rent.
It's not a credit card. It's convenient, and you can even earn payback rewards on many of your purchases. That's money right back into your card account.
From eating at major restaurants to sending my mom flowers, I get cash back.
Because this is not a credit card, with NetSpend you pay no interest fees, late fees, or activation fees. There's no credit check to get started and no cost to order.
I use my NetSpend card for everything.
Be one of the first 200 callers and choose your card color. 1-800-764-8986. That's 1-800-764-8986. Get paid up to 2 days faster with NetSpend.
CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
With all of the recent success of the UMD men's hockey team, we've been accustomed to two very special things in the month of April. That's Frozen 4 runs and NHL signings. Today, another Bulldog signed a deal to move on and play pro hockey. Cole Koepke has signed a 2-year entry-level contract with the Tampa Bay Lightning and will report to their AHL affiliate, the Syracuse Crunch, for the remainder of the season. The Two Harbors native and former Hermantown Hawk played 3 seasons at UMD, scoring 38 goals in 104 collegiate games. The Lightning drafted Koepke in the 6th round of the 2018 NHL Draft.
Cliche to say, but it's 100% true. As a player, like just even disregarding player, I've evolved a ton here as a player with the coaching staff and athletic staff, and everyone here has just been amazing and just instrumental for me in growing as a player. And then, just like you said, not only it's the people around here, it's hockey is one thing, but they really care about having the right people here and good people. And I've been very fortunate to be around nothing but some of the best people the last 3 years.
In addition to Koepke, Jackson Cates, who was a free agent, signed a 2-year deal with the Philadelphia Flyers. The 23-year-old Stillwater native played 3 seasons at UMD, including their national championship run in 2019. Now he will forgo his 2 remaining years of NCAA eligibility. Jackson's younger brother Noah is a draft pick of the Flyers as well, but has not signed his pro contract yet. An NCHC bubble, a few canceled series, and an unforgettable trip to the Frozen Four for another year. Even though it didn't end in a national title this time, a lot can be said for this season of hockey that was for the Bulldogs. The team held its end-of-year press conference today, reflecting on what was a very challenging season. Testing every single day. Practices were far from normal, as different safety guidelines kept players from congregating. Despite the challenges, head coach Scott Sandelin was mighty proud of the way his guys battled through it all.
I think obviously they had a lot of resiliency. You know, I mean, I think this certainly wasn't a smooth ride. I just never felt, and probably a lot of teams feel this way. I don't know. We got into really a great rhythm. You know, I'm not using that as an excuse, but it just was so different. You know, normally you're in that grind of the year every weekend, and you know, like I said, the end of the year was so spread out, but yet they still found a way to win a big game. In that sense, it was very rewarding.
Scott added that he wishes every guy would stay one more year, especially with that extra year of eligibility that the NCAA is granting, but no, they have to do what is right for them. Not a great day for the Minnesota Twins. J.A. Happ makes his career start for the team, giving up the tying runs in the 5th. Randy Dobnak took over. Sox scored 2 more, and they take the series opener. And after yesterday's canceled game, the Wolves welcomed in the Brooklyn Nets. This one wasn't close from the get-go. T-Wolves fall 127-97. And we'll have more from UMD coming up tonight at 10. For now, Kristen, I'll send it back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, PolyMet's NorthMet project has been fully permitted for a couple of years now, but since then, the permits received have been tied up in litigation. In this week's Eye on Mining, we'll be hearing from PolyMet's CEO for an update on the project and the year ahead. Dave, more snow coming our way?
Yeah, just light stuff. Less
right.
than an inch for most towns tonight, while last night some places managed to go from 1 to 3 farther inland. So tomorrow, we fall to a 30% chance for the mix to continue. And then by Thursday, it should be gone. Today was pretty chilly with highs only from 35 to 40. Maybe we'll go to 45 tomorrow, 48, 47 or so Thursday, Friday, leading to 50 for the weekend. That's not so bad, and that's warmer than normal by about 3 degrees. Then our next precip chance will be a shower shot come Monday.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.